Good day, sewers. So today I want to show you how to apply a neckline binding. Now, as I'm using fold over elastic, I need to trim off the excess seam allowance. So I'm just marking here 1.5 centimeters, and by eye I'm just going to trim that off with scissors. When using knit fabrics, it's custom to normally bind the neckline instead of using facing. And today I'm going to use fold over elastic just to show you some options, but you could just make your own neckline binding from the fabric that you're using. Now with the fold over elastic, you are basically sewing it onto the wrong side and then folding it over and sewing it onto the right side. So you start by pinning it loosely around the wrong side of the neckline, and you're going to be pulling it as you sew, so don't worry too much about pinning it, it's just to get an idea of how much you need for the neckline. You want to set your sewing machine to a zigzag, so I've got a few options, but I'm going with number 6, which is a special elastic sewing zigzag, and I'm going to make it a very narrow zigzag because the fold over elastic is only narrow. And I'm also using a stretch needle for this, but you can use a ballpoint needle as well. You want to start off by making a little fold at the top of the fold over elastic so it's got a nice clean edge. And we're just going to pull the fold over elastic, just slightly stretch it out as you sew the zigzag along the top of the neckline, catching the elastic underneath. It's useful to line up the raw edge of the fabric with the fold of the fold over elastic. And when you get back round to the beginning, round to the join, just want to overlap the fold over elastic so you've got a nice clean end, and just snip the end off there. Now you want to fold over the elastic, and you're going to make another fold in the end of the overlap and just stick a pin in that and pin the whole way round. You don't need to pull this bit under the sewing machine, so you can pin this quite accurately. And then we're just going to change to a double needle and stitch it down. Now I'm going to use my twin needle for this. You can use a normal zigzag stitch again, but I'm just going to show you to set up the twin needle. You want to add a second spool of the same thread, so you can put this on a bobbin, or I just happen to have 2 spools of white thread, and you're just going to thread it like normally, but this time you're pulling through the 2 threads. So replace your normal needle with the twin universal. You just put it in like any normal needle, tighten your screw there, and when you get to the needles, you just thread one in the left and one in the right. Simple. And here you can see my twin needle is threaded. So we're going to sew up this last bit now. You start where the join is, sewing carefully over the join of the folds. And you're now sewing 2 lines of stitching which create a zigzag on the wrong side and just 2 neat lines on the right side. Position the needle near to the edge of the elastic and just keep a nice even line going all the way around the neckline, removing the pins as you go. Once you've snipped off all the loose threads, then you have a binded neckline. Done! Well done! We'll see you soon for more essential sewing skills.